Broadcasting live on Nesha Medical Practice YouTube channel. Remember, always subscribe and share it with someone that you think really needs the message. None other than Dr. Nelson Makemba joining us in studio. Welcome, Doc.
Thank you for having me, and I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to another episode, and
yes,
just engaging our followers out there, and those that are engaging us on all our platforms. You know, just sharing some of these informative topics that might be key in actually helping the next person. Making the right decision.
And doctor, when we speak about different discussions, it's because every month highlights that specific highlight. Yeah, so for this month, in July month, it's all about skin protection.
Yes.
What's the importance of taking care of your skin?
Remember, your skin probably is the first line of protection. Actually, skin is actually medically highlighted as one of the immune protective structure on your body. If your skin is spread out completely, it can actually cover a whole tennis court. That's how stretching and how lengthy a skin can be, and it's very key in us taking care of our skin because it's actually a point of entry into our body. So it's the outside that is exposed. So it's very important that we look after our skins and understand our skin types and the kind of recommendation that goes in looking after our skins. Yeah.
At the end, we're going to unpack the skin types and how we absorb and who is more at risk of skin cancer.
Definitely.
But for now, there's a difference, Doc, and that's why we love having the experts in studio. UVA and UVB rays. Let's unpack the two and how are they different?
The UVA rays, those are the long waves, and the UVB are the short waves. Now, basically, simply put, that the longer waves, which is UVA, if you're exposed to UVA rays, it means that they are able to penetrate deeper than the surface of your skin.
Okay.
So if you are especially worried about, the aspect of skin cancer secondary to the rays exposure, UVA is probably going to be the one that, you should be worried about. If you look at UVB, the waves, the electronic spectrum of the waves are a bit shorter. So that is the one that, for instance, if you were involved or maybe invited to a function and you have been standing in the sun the whole day and you experience physical sunburn that you can actually see today, I got some sunburns, that is the one that is shorter wave, so it's probably going to hurt your skin on the surface. They all, to an extent, obviously predisposes you over a longer period of time to developing, some element of skin cancer if not taken care of. But that's the major difference in between UVA and UVB.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to distinct the difference. Yeah. And whenever we prevent, these things from happening, how can we prevent skin cancer?
First and foremost, probably getting just your skin evaluated also. Remember, we have
do we do checkups for that, Doc? Yeah. And what's that process like?
Remember, we have a specialty that take care of our skin, the dermatologist.
Yes.
Yeah. So at our level as general practitioners, we can also somehow do the basic evaluation. Just looking at the pigmentation of the skin, is it, evenly toned, and then, advising our patients, especially when they are going out and they are going to be in an outdoor spaces, the kind of, creams that they need to apply, for instance. And routinely, we will advise, patients to at least see a dermatologist once or twice a year.
Yeah.
And the dermatologist is also able to do a specialized evaluation of your skin. And also, if you develop these little molds that sometimes we do have, you do find people, for instance, they have a mold and they will be telling, my grandmother had one, my mom had one, so I have one, I actually want to keep it. Not all molds are actually as innocent as they sound.
Yeah.
So you need to have those molds checked out. One need to establish, is this one of those that might actually, or have the capacity to, evolve and then maybe become cancerous. So you need to have those evaluations done. You can go to your general practitioner, and if your general practitioner perhaps see the need of seeing a dermatologist, they might actually slot you into seeing a dermatologist who might do a further evaluation and in helping ascertain whether the little mole that you're seeing, for instance, on the skin is innocent or it probably is going to be problematic. So, developing the habit of getting your skin evaluated is quite important. And there's a lot of product in the marketplace.
The SPF, skin, sunscreen. What kinds of sunscreen should we apply?
The rule of thumb in guiding you into getting a better sunscreen, always talk to the chemist, meaning the pharmacist. So I'll probably be happy to have people actually go and buy their sunscreen in the pharmacy,
Yes.
not in the beauty shop.
Yeah.
Because in the beauty shop,
You look at the prices and the name brands.
And the brand, that definitely. But the individual that is probably going to help you in the shelves might not have a medical background to sort of, look at the ingredients and,
Yes.
and most of our sunscreen that are probably also, are going to work out well for you, always look out for dermatologist approved. Yeah, so a product that is dermatologist approved, it means that, whatever the ingredients are used to have been tested, and the dermatologists know that this is safer for human consumption.
Yeah.
So always talk to your chemist, and if you are also in a little bit of limbo and you're not too sure, and maybe you have bought something in a beauty shop, snap it and send it to your doctor, for instance, via WhatsApp, and say, hey doc, can you check this one for me? Is it safer to use? Or even take it to their rooms and say, doc, I'm going on a holiday with my family. I just bought some sunscreen a day before I travel. I just came to make sure, or at least do seek for those advice before you even go and purchase, so that we're able to guide you. Believe me, when it comes to skin product, there's so much on the market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if we try to unpack everything that is out there, we're probably going to take a whole year talking about all the products. But the rule of thumb is always make sure that, especially when it comes to sunscreen products, to protect your skin when in the sun, talk to a healthcare provider, be it a general practitioner, dermatologist, or a pharmacist, to sort of just give you a little bit of a guideline. Yeah.
And concluding, Doc, sometimes we think that the sun is very innocent, but the sun can actually cause so much harm.
Yeah.
Once you've been diagnosed with skin cancer, is it a chronic disease, or can you, not be, you don't have skin cancer anymore? What's that process like?
All right. Let's unpack it like this. First and foremost, if you are diagnosed with skin cancer, it might also depend then on the prognosis in terms of how far the cancer has progressed. Probably if it's picked up early enough, then you're probably in a better space. But if it has spread to other part of the body, that might be a problem. And also, just in final conclusion, people who are more darker pigmented tend to do better in terms of exposure to the light, because of that melanin content that they have. People that are lighter skin probably are more in danger. So obviously one need to also be mindful of their skin type. Talk to your healthcare provider about it, and so that you make sure that you take the necessary precaution.
Yeah. Doc, thank you so much. It might be very, very petty and very, very, we're going on holiday, but you can come back with something bigger than that.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Doc.
It's always
we
a pleasure.
appreciate.
Thank you.
So there you have it, Dr. Makemba. It's all about skin protection. Let's prevent instead of having to come back to our GP. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, and we'll be back next month with the next topic.